Hey guys, Brandon Laser here, and today's video I'm going to be talking about a very powerful card from Abyss Rising. It's a continuous spell called Different Dimension Trench. Different Dimension Trench was a common in Japan, so I don't know what rarity it's going to be in America. I'm not sure if there's a full release list yet. On the wiki, all cards are not revealed yet. But basically, what this card does is when this card is activated, banish one water monster from your hand, graveyard, or side of the field. When this face-up card is destroyed, special summon the monster banished by this effect. Now, I think that's really cool. The ruling says that neither of those effects target, so even if your opponent somehow gets rid of your monster that you're trying to banish from the field, you can still pick another water monster on the field. Or in your hand, if they, I don't know how they would even do that. But basically, it doesn't target, so it just says one water monster. You know, your opponent gets rid of the one, alright, I'll just use this one instead. You know, basically, and bringing it back from out of play does not target either. So, you know, immediately I was just like, wow, this is really good for water monster decks. You know, I mean, like, that's crazy. It seems like Konami's just really pushing that water monster trend. So I went through and I was like, well, what water monsters could you basically cheat out with this thing? What water monsters would you want to cheat out? And I found a few that were like pretty decent, semi-decent, and really good. You know, and like, so basically here are some of them. General Grunard of the Ice Barrier. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Ice Barrier monster in addition to your normal summon or set. The effect can only activate once per turn. He's 8 stars. You know, if you have him in your hand, you can just put him out of play, and when that card gets popped, bring him right out. GOGIGA, GAGAGIGO. It's a 2950, 2800 beater. Ice Master is you can special summon this card from your hand by attributing 2 water monsters. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster on the field, place an ice counter on that target. You can attribute this card to destroy all monsters with ice counters on them. Ice Queen cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. When this face-up card you control is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one. You can target one spell card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You must have 3 or more spellcasters in your graveyard to resolve this effect. This card isn't out yet, but it's coming out in Abyss Rising, and it has something to do with ice counters. Basically, they can't move. This is another 29 beater. White Knight Dragon. During either player's turn, when a spell or trap card that targets this card is activated, negate that card. And if you do, destroy it. When a face-up monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can discard a spell and make it target this card instead. Okay, so those are all really good cards that work well with this. They can all be cheated out, basically, from out of play. If they're in your graveyard, you can remove them with this card and bring them back straight to the field. Basically, another card that comes in mind, if you didn't notice the trend with all those monsters, they were all 8 stars. So, you know, that's really easy to just go, oh, let me dump this for trade-in, and then activate my trench, remove that guy, and then, you know, if you pop this card, you're going to have to deal with a big beater. And then you can set a couple more cards, you know, and if they really want a heavy, now you've set yourself up for getting back a big monster from the graveyard and potentially Starlight Roading. So yeah, so basically this card looks really good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a super. I would be very surprised if it wasn't a super, at least. This could even be an ultra in my book. It looks really powerful. Yeah, so basically water monsters once again looking really good. I showed one of the Ice Barrier guys in there, so Ice Barrier could be getting some support. There's ice creatures coming out in both Abyss Rising and Cosmo Blazer that use ice counters, so that's really cool. That gets, you know, and just random water monsters that really don't see a lot of play will potentially see play with this card, because, you know, you could just cheat out a big 29 beater. You could cheat out, you know, whatever, some effect monster that just seemed a little more difficult. You didn't want to maybe pay for its, you know, tribute by tributing 2 guys or whatever. But yeah, so this card looks pretty good to me. Yeah, basically that's about it. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see when I put out new videos, and thanks for watching.